I've never been a fan of bulky cases. They just ruin the feel and the look of the iPhone. So many of us, me included, in the past, what we do is when we buy the iPhone, we just throw an ugly case on there because we're so worried about breaking it. And let's be honest, the naked iPhone can actually feel like you're just holding a wet bar of soap. So I understand where everybody is coming from, and I've been there myself as well. So what is the solution? For me, the solution has been the magnetic leather back from Nomad. This thing is amazing. Look how thin this thing is. It's hardly anything at all. It's super lightweight, but it holds on to your iPhone with magnets and these little suction cups in the corner. It's super easy to install. All you have to do is just kind of just pop it on, and then once it's on, you press in those corners, and that's all it takes, and it has an insanely strong hold. I've been using it for 6 months now with all sorts of MagSafe accessories with no issues of it coming loose from the iPhone. I've used it with the MagSafe wallet, no problem here. It also has that little bottom magnet as well to keep it properly aligned. I also have used it with the MagSafe battery pack, a little extra bulk. The power passes through just fine there as well, and it's not going anywhere. I also use it in the car with a MagSafe car mount, and I've hit potholes, I've hit speed bumps, I've hit sometimes a little harder than I should, and it has stayed put, no problems there as well. So this device is amazing and works out really well, and over the last 6 months, it's also held up really well. If you take a close look at the device right here, you can see there's some scratches, a few little marks. You can see the little MagSafe ring that happens. This is normal for leather products. See a couple little marks up here, but overall, just look how thin this is on the iPhone. But I know what you're thinking right now. How is this any better than just going without a case at all? Well, the fact is this gives you just enough of an additional grip so you don't feel like you're holding that wet bar of soap. I have used this throughout the winter. My hands get super dry, and usually I just have to put a case on my phone. But this winter I didn't have to, because this thing was perfect. It gave me just enough grip to where I don't feel like I'm gonna be dropping my phone in any scenario. Used it with gloves and without gloves all throughout the winter long, and it just worked perfectly. But not everything's perfect. You do need to take the case off and clean it every so often, because those little suction cups can get some dust back there. What I do is every so often I take a microfiber cloth, I wet it, and I just lightly just rub over those suction cups. I've also used a paper towel in the past as well. So if you don't have that microfiber cloth, you can use that as well. And it does a great job. You're not gonna get everything, but you get enough just to kind of keep it clean and make sure, none of that dust or debris is gonna scratch your iPhone. And then once you're done, you just pop it right back on the iPhone, push down on those corners, and you are all set to go again. So you may be wondering, how much does something like this cost? It costs $45. And that may seem a little high, but they do use a high quality Horween leather that's held up really great, looks great, and even still smells great. I know, I'm weird. Moving on. But they also have had a really hard time keeping this thing in stock. So right now, I think maybe only the max size iPhones are available. So just be sure, the link will be down below. Be sure to keep checking it if you don't have yours now. They do restock every so often. So I've really enjoyed this case for the last 6 months, and I'm going to continue enjoying it for another 6 months. It does come in this brown and black. They had some limited edition colors originally. I don't think they have those anymore either. Not sure if those are going to come back in stock, but if you're in the market, the link is down below. If you're looking for a different case that's maybe minimal, but maybe not this minimal, I have a video right here for you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. God bless.